Welcome to This Just In, a weekly news show highlighting the people and events in Newport News Public Schools, where students, staff, and families provide many wonderful reasons for others to be thankful. Once again, community members came together to help feed a hearty Thanksgiving meal to thousands in the Southeast community. The 17th annual Feeding 5,000 Thanksgiving Harvest and Community Celebration provided turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and all the fixins at the United House of Prayer for All People on the Saturday afternoon before Thanksgiving. Founder and organizer Andrew Shannon said over 5,000 people were fed a free meal this year. Leading up to the weekend event, students and staff at Warwick High School spent a week collecting canned food to donate to the annual Thanksgiving harvest. Warwick Student Enrichment Coordinator Marisol Morales-Diaz helped organize the food drive, while various students visited homerooms at the end of the week to pull together 300 cans of food to donate on behalf of the Rader family. And on the day of the community celebration, 60 students, faculty, and parents volunteered their time throughout the day to serve families and hand out tickets for the free meal. The Heritage High Marching Storm kicked off the festivities with a rousing performance, and professional school counselors from several Newport News public schools offered a hand organizing and distributing free clothes and shoes to the community. Along the food line, elected officials, police officers, teachers, church members, and community leaders served side by side to offer a warm meal. And thousands were thankful for the food and the warm greeting from all who offered their time and service. The Virginia Peninsula Food Bank can stretch $1 to feed many. And by partnering with our schools and area churches, the miracle becomes even greater. Every month, the Peninsula Food Bank partners with schools and churches to provide healthy meals to families all across Hampton Roads. These mobile food pantries help extend the food bank services into more neighborhoods while pulling together a community of givers and volunteers. Right before Thanksgiving, Epps Elementary hosted a mobile food pantry that provided 100 families with a complete Thanksgiving meal. The Rock Church Newport News, a charismatic non-denominational church, provided volunteers and sponsored the pantry. Every family received a turkey and all the nutritious side items, ensuring hundreds of mouths in the Epps community had a holiday meal for which to be thankful. Rock Church members and school employees handed out an assortment of fresh vegetables, frozen meats, and canned goods. And after picking up their Thanksgiving turkey, volunteers helped families load up their cars with the bountiful feast. Students and staff from Menchville High School are working together with the Virginia Peninsula Food Bank to alleviate hunger in our community.
The Menchville Food Lions have great pride in taking a bite out of hunger. And for the third year, Menchville's participation in the National Lead to Feed Student Leadership Program continues to drive their efforts while making a positive difference for families in Hampton Roads this holiday season. Before the Thanksgiving break, the entire school participated in Menchville's annual Thanksgiving food drive. Students and teachers filled boxes in their homerooms, overflowing with non-perishable food and canned goods. All the donations were brought together on the final day of the food drive, just days before Thanksgiving. Representatives from the freshman class spent time organizing and counting food items, and even discarding expired ones. And employees from Newport News Public Schools warehouse assisted students with loading the food on pallets and delivering the massive donation to the Virginia Peninsula Food Bank. As Menchville works towards repeating last year's accomplishment as a Lead to Feed Grand Prize winner, this collection was a huge step in stocking the shelves of the food bank for the demanding holiday season. By collecting and donating over 2,600 pounds of food this Thanksgiving, the food bank will serve thousands of meals through its numerous outreach programs. Over the past 2 years, while participating in the Lead to Feed program, Menchville has already donated over 10,000 pounds of food and collected $36,000 to assist the Virginia Peninsula Food Bank's mission. and with fresh food growing in the courtyard thanks to a partnership with Lowe's, and more student-led projects planned for the coming months, the Menschville Food Lions are roaring with pride.
While you're still finishing off the Thanksgiving leftovers, here's a little nibble from the smorgasbord of Thanksgiving events throughout Newport News Public Schools. Enjoy this cornucopia of thankful giving. In Newport News Public Schools, the dedicated family engagement specialists assist families by building important relationships among schools, homes, and community partners. So, for Thanksgiving, the family engagement specialists ensured that many families had much to be thankful for. For 7 years, Solitude Lake Management's Little Gobblers Holiday Giving Program has worked closely with family engagement specialist Larry Hawkins. And this year, the industry leader in lake and pond management kindly donated 15 turkeys to help feed families at Denby and Watkins Early Childhood Centers and Greenwood Elementary School. Together, Hawkins and staff at each school selected the families most in need for this special holiday gift. Deborah Pope Johnson has partnered with the Peninsula Rescue Mission for 6 years to bless families with Thanksgiving baskets. PJ and her husband made time again this year to personally pick up turkeys and all the side items needed for 12 families at Jenkins and McIntosh Elementary Schools. Staff and administrators at both schools organized and handed out the baskets to the grateful families right before Thanksgiving. And Heidenwood Elementary partnered with local churches and city organizations to host the first ever Community Fun Day at Ridley Circle Apartments. Family engagement specialist Jeremy Wall in Heidenwood Elementary School decided to give thanks through action by inviting families to a Sunday packed full of free food, games, books, and community involvement. Crossroads Community Church canceled their Sunday services to leave the building and serve the community. Crossroads members handed out 250 turkeys and served free hot dogs and hamburgers to over 630 people who attended the community event. Christ Together, a network of local churches, donated another 60 turkeys that were also handed out to families. And Catalyst Church provided tin pans for cooking the turkeys, along with the necessary side items. Heidenwood teachers volunteered their time leading learning stations, and 150 kids received free books. Meanwhile, teams of volunteers painted and planted to help rejuvenate the Lassiter Courts Boys and Girls Club inside and out. Overall, more than 200 volunteers helped make the weekend event a huge success and allowed a community to witness servant leadership in action. Teachers at Riverside Elementary use the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday to reinforce their students' study of Native Americans. In each second grade classroom, teachers and parent volunteers guided students through a series of fun, hands-on activities for Native American Project Day. Inspired by the Lakota tribes, students created bean artwork and built an edible teepee with an ice cream cone. Using moldable clay, students were able to make their own Pueblo clay pinch pot. And students transformed an inverted paper bowl and burlap squares into a creative Powhatan Yahaken. Each activity allowed students to make connections to the Native American tribes they've been studying, making the learning come alive through creativity and exploration. For the 9th year, Navy JROTC cadets from Warwick High School graciously volunteered their Thanksgiving morning to help runners burn some extra calories before their afternoon feast. Nearly 800 runners and walkers participated in the Fast Before the Feast 5K at Mariners Museum Park, with proceeds benefiting the Virginia Peninsula Food Bank. 29 cadets, under the command of Kevin Wilson, Lieutenant Commander U.S. Navy retired, woke up early on their holiday break to help the Peninsula Track Club set up the race course, pack swag bags, and hand out water during the race. Through this experience, our cadets embodied the sacrifice and dedicated service that represents their training as future military leaders. For 17 years, Woodside High School has supported hunger relief efforts with seasonal canned food drives totaling almost 25,000 pounds of donated food. This Thanksgiving, The Wolverines collected 973 pounds of food in just 6 days to donate to the Virginia Peninsula Food Bank. SCA representatives and National Honor Society students passed out boxes, advertised the school-wide effort, and collected cans daily from homerooms. Youth Development Lead Carol Prentice and Activities Director Brandy Garganta worked together to support the students' efforts. And this year's donation to the food bank equates to over 800 meals for thankful families in our community. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of This Just In. And check out more fun and informative videos at nnpstv.com to see the many great things happening in Newport News Public Schools. Thanks for watching.